Happy Rogue Friday, everybody. It's Star Wars time of year, and we've got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out in the box stores. I've got in front of me something awesome. I can't wait to get my hands on it and look at it. It is the new Hogs Millennium Falcon XL, because this thing is massive. I'll show you on the back here compared to me. This is the scale size of it, actual size. It's going to be mammoth and awesome. All of the fanboys that live in the world of geekdom have been up since midnight when they went to the stores to buy their latest goodies, to pack away into plastic containers in their closets or put on their shelves without opening the packages. But we're here today. I've got something awesome from Hogs, the brand new Millennium Falcon. This is the XL version of their quadcopter. I've got their old one and several of their other RC vehicles, but I picked this one up today at Toys R Us. I tried to get it at Target, but they wouldn't sell it to me, so my money, guess what, Target? It went to Toys R Us. It's also available on Amazon right now. You can get it there, shipped to your door. But we're gonna go ahead and open up this box and take a look at what's in here. But first, let's take a look at the packaging. It tells you about their new remote control. It's a 2.4 gigahertz that has like a LED or some kind of display showing the stats about the quadcopter, your battery life. It's supposed to get, it says, up to 165 feet. It's also supposed to have some kind of a flyaway safety so that it doesn't take off on you. There is the LED subspace hyperdrive, so that's going to be lit up as well as in the front like the old one. But they've added this detailed cockpit. It's a replica cockpit that's got our favorite characters in there. Han Solo and Chewbacca are going to be driving this hunk of junk all over the galaxy. Unfortunately, most of us can't win this in a game against Lando, and we've got to put down some cold hard cash. This one will set you back about $300. So let's open this up. There's not much on the packaging. The back is pretty much the same. It just shows the scale size of it, which, as you can see, is huge. So 27 inches long. That's over 2 feet, people. It's gonna be a beast. So let's open her up and see what it looks like. We'll look at the durability of it. We'll put some batteries in it, and we'll get it out for its first test flight. Now, the first test flight, because of charging, is going to be indoors. And so, yes, this thing is mammoth. All right, so here, looks like we've got some prop guards inside of this box. A set of instructions. Talks about their exo frame again, so it's the same material, it looks like, as the previous one. We'll do a side-by-side comparison of that. Showing the controls here, anti-drift adjuster, headlights on, off. That's cool, being able to turn them on, off. A mute button that they show here. Power switch, hyperspace booster up on the top left. Directional levers, so these are for, altitude and then direction that it flies. We've got down here anti-drift adjuster, so this is just going to be if one of the props is working harder than the others and it's not staying true and straight, you can make minor adjustments. And what else do we got? Advanced mode selector, so that's really cool. Quick little layout, not a whole lot it doesn't seem like here. All right, so we've got the Millennium Falcon, the propeller protectors, the controller, and a charger. I'm glad to see that you can charge this one from the wall now. That is a huge bonus over the way that it was done through the controller before. But it looks like we're going to need 4 batteries. I've got some batteries here. We're going to have to get it charged up. But let's pull this out and let's take a look at it. This tells you how to fly here, how the controllers work for spinning on axis and then pivoting side to side, and then how to make adjustments if you're continually drifting or turning. So very little information, which is good because that means that there's not too much going on. If you've got problems or questions, call this number. I think they send in the Rebel Alliance to provide support. So we've got here a couple of charging adapters, the outlet, and then their little specialized plug here. We'll just keep pulling stuff out because we want to get to the goodies, which is right here. I have no idea how I'm going to fly this indoors for its first test flight. Wow. I love it. So there is the Falcon. It really does take up just about the entire box. So when you see this box in the store, you have a very good idea of the exact size that you're looking at for this Falcon. Check that out. Man, that is awesome. So the same kind of detail painting that they've done here. You can see the glue. It's not a super great glue job. It's kind of sticking out of the seams here. One of the nice things is that being foam like this, if you do have a crack, I'm guessing that you can use some CA glue like you use for remote control planes to be able to put this back together. Let's look in the cockpit, shall we? Oh, there they are. Han and Chewie. Really, really cool details. They've got stickers in there for the whole cockpit, giving some nice scale detail to it. Now, it is something probably to be a little bit more careful with, I think, than the other. It's definitely, because it's so much larger, you can feel it kind of bend in. It feels like it's hollow in here. So, and that's going to be for weight, but it's just something to be aware of as you're flying it. If you crash it, just be forewarned. It's got your cannons up here. Looks like it's missing the radar, and that makes sense, I guess. So there's really none of their sophisticated radar to be able to detect ships from across the galaxy for minutes of warning before they're attacked, to get this fastest ship in the galaxy, this hunk of junk, out of the way. So here is the controller. We'll have to get some batteries in here. But yeah, there are toggle switches right here for lights on or off for your headlights. This is sound. It's got little visual cues here. You can see the little speaker. This has got the lights on it. These are going to be your trim adjustments here, and they just kind of click in. The left side only can adjust whether it's spinning or not. And then this will be your drift. Will be left and right drift and forward reverse drift. And then this is your advanced or not advanced mode down here. And then they've got the sound effects and then your hyper speed buttons on the back. Power button here, and these are just your indicator lights on the top. So let's get some batteries in this. We'll start charging this thing up, and we'll get all the prop guards on and get it prepped for a test flight. Now this thing is not going to have much room in my house, I can tell you that much, but we're going to give it a test flight anyway. That's just how we do things here at CCxRC. Let's quickly look. The motors are very small. For all the RC people, let's just take a look here. I mean, these are really small cans right here. So you've got your motor is in this canister here. You've got your metal gear here, drive gear, to the prop that has a plastic gear on it. So it's a metal gear to a plastic gear. I'm hoping that these are replaceable. It looks like it, the way that they've designed this. Looks like this will pop off, so you could be able to put in a new motor, as well as this looks like it would come off of the metal support coming from the inside, and be able to do some replacements here if you were to strip a gear, because this actually looks like it pops off too. There's just little tabs to maybe be able to replace your prop. Hopefully they'll have some decent part support for this, because I could see a lot of people having some fun with this. The battery, what is the battery? It's a LiPo battery, but we need to find out some specs on it, because I'm curious. All right, so we're looking at the batteries here. It's a 7.4 volt, 1000 milliamp LiPo battery, and it does require 4 AA batteries for the controller. At 7.4 volts, I'm guessing this would be a 2S battery. That's what most of my 2S run is, a 7.4 volt. So we'll see how it does. That 1000 milliamp, what kind of battery life we'll get. We'll get a test on that. So here is our size comparison between the two. Go ahead and hold this one up and the old one right next to it. In fact, the old one sits right in the very front end of this. So it's very, very large, just completely massive, and dwarfs it when they are side by side. I'll give you a little side by side of the controllers too. Here. A little bit bigger. This one has actually some nice handles. It feels good in your hands. to hold it, the way that they've molded the plastic. So they put some nice thought into that, and I appreciate it. So this one is definitely going to go up in the front here, because that makes sense. That's an upper prop guard. And there's just little, it's very easy. There's spots for these to just click into place. We'll see how well those hold into place as we fly, and whether or not we'll want to modify that with some super glue. Sorry, not super glue. Don't use super glue on foam. You need a special glue, otherwise it eats it away. Alrighty guys, well we've got the controller now with some batteries in it through the magic of video editing. Happened off camera and it's magically full. You can see the display lights up. We've got the Millennium Falcon, the battery adjustments there, and then you've got your different guides here, I guess, for your trims and your power. So let's actually power this up and see if we've got any juice in it. Oh, we do. Oh, that's powerful. Oh. Now I feel like this one should have a warning not to fly it in your house. It sounds pretty powerful. Fail. I'm not being able to pull it down when it's wanting to go up. So I'll have to really give it a test outside. A lot of chattering from it. I'm pushing full hard forward at an angle and it's not moving. Not flying very great, that's for sure. All right, so that is a look at the awesome looking Millennium Falcon XL by Air Hogs. However, I found that it's very difficult to fly. And you know, for 300 bucks, this doesn't have the build or the power or the flight capability of a quadcopter that's $300. Now what it has is size, but it has underpowered motors for the size of this particular quadcopter. I was having a lot of trouble keeping it stable in the air. It would start wobbling. It's completely still outside, but I still could not get it to fly straight. I was using the adjustments to try and level it off. I was having issues. I was pushing all the way to the top right, and it would not go. It would not do anything but stay still because it was fighting the off-kilter axis that it was trying to fly at. Possibly removing some of these cheapy little prop guards. I'm not really a fan of prop guards anyway. I put them in because I was giving it a test as they build it in the box. I was getting some weird noise. I don't know if it's actually the rotors, the motors, or maybe these little guards were just kind of flapping and smacking. I don't know what it was. So it's too big to fly in my house. because I couldn't keep it straight. Even with the adjustments for the trim on the controller, I took it outside and I still couldn't trim it, but I was having trouble getting it elevated, and I just charged it to a full charge, had a green light on the charger. So yeah, I don't know that I can recommend it at this point. I'm hoping that it will fly better. I'm going to keep taking it out and see if I can figure it out. But really, for $300 out of the box, it shouldn't require this much fine tuning. I mean, you can get a killer DJI Phantom for like $500 with all of the controls and the iPhone app syncing, really solid controller, the GPS location and locking, and basically can let you go of the controller and it'll hover where it is. This thing, pretty mixed bag. It's really loud, and so yeah. Again, I'll get it outside. I'll give it some more runs. I'll see what I can do with it, but not super impressed for the price at this point with it. Other than looks, it looks amazing. I love how big it is. I mean, the size is awesome. But, you know, for taking it out into an open space in the driveway, no wind, and not being able to control it at all, and I fly a lot of different kinds of drones, that puts up some red flags for me right away. So, unfortunately, it's not as good as its baby brother. I really like this one, and at $50 right now, it's a steal. Flying indoors, we've flown it outdoors, it's a little bit tricky to control. Even with this, I was going to advanced when I was trying to get it to move, but maybe I got a dud. That could be it, so that's always a possibility. I'll be watching to see what other people post, but I'll also be trying to fine-tune this when I have more time. But I really wanted to get this out for you guys and give you some looks. Unfortunately, I really couldn't give you much looks of it flying because I couldn't really keep it in the air and control it at all. However, I did get a couple of them. The speeder bike that they just released flies awesome. Really great control. So, I don't know what the difference is, why they would put this to market if it flew as bad as mine did. The cost for this versus any of the rest of these for the performance, hands down, I would stick with some of these for now until you get more reviews, more videos, and I'll keep posting them. I'll keep trying, and I'll let you know how it goes, because you shouldn't drop that much money on it at this point until you know that it's going to fly great for you. So that's it for me for now, guys. Unfortunately, it's not as great a review as I was hoping it would be. I was really wanting it to be awesome, and I just didn't have that experience with it today. And like I said, I'll put more time into it, and I'll check back in with you. But be sure to check out all the other RC Star Wars videos. I got a playlist of them. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and have fun RCing.